Now let's begin with the first topic for today, which has to do with Edo State and its Deputy Governor, Philip Shaibu. Now, the embattled Deputy Governor of Edo State has officially defected from the People's Democratic Party, that's the PDP, to the All Progressives Congress, APC. This move was announced on Saturday in Benin during the inauguration of the APC's National Campaign Council for the upcoming governorship election on September 21st. Shaibu was joined by other prominent members of the PDP Legacy Coalition group, who also defected to the APC. Now, this mass defection has significantly bolstered the membership of the Edo State chapter of the APC, I beg your pardon. Now, joining us to discuss further is Desmond Ugbo, Media Coordinator, Edo APC Campaign in Edo State. And we also have joining us Victor Okpatala, Political Analyst in Abuja. Gentlemen, you're welcome to the conversation.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
All right, so I'm told that we only have Desmond right now. So we'll begin with you, Desmond. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Now, what impacts, I'm sure, the whole story, has actually, been like a shock to some people. And we just want to know, what impact will Shaibu's defection have for PDP and their chances in the 2024 governorship election, especially looking at, his fallout with the governor, his loss during the primaries, and also the impeachment?
Well, thank you very much. It's going to be very negative, a negative impact on the part of the PDP and a positive impact on the part of APC. In politics, it has to be gain when you have people defecting to your political party. And that is political permutation, having more people from the opposition to join your party. And looking at the scenario, what has played out, the face-off between the governor and his deputy, Philip Shaibu, one will begin to marvel as what could have led to the face-off between the governor and his deputy, who have been a seismic twins in the quest to hold on to power in the eve of their defection to PDP in 2019. Recall that in 2020, when the governor was requesting to secure the tickets to run for a re-election under the platform of the APC, the deputy governor held on to his principal, the governor, Godwin Obaseki, against the political leader of the APC, Comrade Adams Oshomole, who everybody is aware that brought Philip Shaibu to limelight, political limelight. And as at that time, the governor today, Godwin Obaseki, was a greenhorn, was a neophyte when it comes to politics. It was the same Governor Adams Oshomole, as he then was, that introduced Governor Obaseki as the economic advisor to his government. And people key to that campaign, believing that Oshomole has done well in his 8 years tenure. And prior to the 2020 re-election bid, things fell apart, and the treacherous move, allegedly, of the Godwin Obaseki to Comrade Adams Oshomole became very obvious, and the party decided to discard and do away with the Godwin Obaseki. But then, Philip Shaibu, who ought to have pitched tent with the party, APC, because right from the time of ACN, before it metamorphosed into APC, Philip Shaibu was with the party leader, Comrade Adams Oshomole, who is now a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So it became a case of betrayal. It became a case of treachery against the finger that fed them. And the tongue began to roll. and people begin to ask questions as to what is the integrity of somebody you pick from nowhere and become somebody. But then, today, things have fallen apart. From Ogbane, it has become Ofone. You know, the slogan, the 4+4 sloganeering that greeted the 2020 re-election bid of Governor Obaseki. Today, the slogan now has changed to Ofone, which means it has finished. So I think what really happened between...
Okay, just before you go ahead, Desmond, I'm being told that Victor Okpatala has actually joined us from Abuja. Victor, if you can hear me, good evening and thank you for joining us at this time. Hello, Victor, can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Okay, I can hear you now. All right, so we're actually talking about, you know, Philip Shaibu's, we're talking about Shaibu's defection to the APC. And I would like to know if you think that his support for the APC governorship candidate in Edo State would influence the outcome of the election, particularly if the APC wins. Hello, Victor, can you hear me?
Hello, it's breaking. I think I can hear you now, please.
All right, so the question I asked was, you know, will Shaibu's support for the APC's governorship candidate in Edo State, considering that he was once a candidate himself, influence the outcome of the election?
Basically, when you look at it, you understand the fact that from the moment Shaibu was impeached, from the moment he had issues with the present governor, that's Governor Obaseki, and he was impeached due to from the State House of Assembly, you will understand that his stay in the party is has not been very sure-footed any longer. Then give it as it may be, you know, the issues he had with the party, with the present governor, as actually in one way or the other, you know, make him to question the stand he has in the party. And what I'm trying to say exactly is that his footing, the fact that his footing was no longer sure in the party, as, you know, made it one foot within PDP and 1 foot within APC. So as it stands currently, I don't really think it's going to be of a much, you know, booster to the APC.
Okay, let's go back to Desmond. Now, Desmond, what are the potential implications of Shaibu's defection for the people of Edo State, who are the most important factor, you know, in all of this? Will this affect the delivery of public services and governance for them?
Not at all. Even before now, since on the 8th of April, when Philip Shaibu was impeached illegally by the State House of Assembly, the state has been moving on to the temple of the Governor Obaseki. And, you know, government is about continuity, and that the absence of Philip Shaibu has not in any way affected the workings of the government, because the position of a deputy governor has nothing much to do with the normal running of the government of the day, because I was once the vice chairman of a local government, and you know, when the council chairman did not assign any responsibility to you, you have nothing to do much, just the same way the deputy governor is. But however, there are some statutory responsibility as outlined by the responsibility provided by the State House of Assembly for the office of the Deputy Governor, wherein he supervises the local government councils and the revenue collection and so many other responsibilities. But these are strictly on the behest of the governor. But let me also add here that the defection of Philip Shaibu to APC, like I said before, is a booster to the chances of APC. But suffice it to say that before now, even before the coming of the deputy governor, APC has really demonstrated, looking at the last election in 2023, the general elections, where the APC did well and clinched substantially most of the seats in Edo North, where the Philip Shaibu comes from. And you know that the leader of APC in Edo State, Comrade Adams Oshomole, hails from Edo North, and he has sufficient and substantial influence and popularity in Edo North senatorial district. And in Edo South, you don't need a soothsayer to tell you that in Edo South that APC has enough tenacity owing to the emergence of Senator Mode Ukpebolo, who break the jinx of PDP dominance in that senatorial district since 1999. And we have APC as a party have House of Reps to their advantage, and excepting for one seat that was given to PDP as a result of their abysmal performance owing to Governor Obaseki's negligence to the yearnings and aspirations of those in Edo Central. But in Edo South, we have 50-50 as it then was in 2023. But with the recent face-off and the quest by the governor to fight the political forces in Edo South, and including the Benin monarch, it has a lot politically to affect the chances of PDP and to enhance the chances of APC. Because you can't live in Rome and begin to fight the Pope. You can't live in Benin City and begin to fight the Oba of Benin. All these are certain factors that you need not any meeting to deduce the fact that, yes,
all right, Desmond,
a way of speaking their political line and pathway.
Okay, I actually want to, come back to you as regards what you said about the absence of Shaibu, has not affected anything, and, the function of the deputy governor isn't that much. Now, let's quickly talk about the usual laid-back, or rather, unfunctional role of deputy governors, the role they play in states. And I'm not just talking about Edo State here. Now, do you think that, what just transpired, that his defection to the APC, will change the way that deputy governors are perceived and treated in Nigerian politics? Will this cause them to be more empowered?
I think it is a matter of a call to duty for the National Assembly to amend the relevant session that set up the office of the deputy governor to, give them enough responsibility, because as it is in the Constitution, it is very clear that there is no way the deputy governor can function without the governor assigning roles and responsibility to that office. And it is a right and enshrined in the Constitution. So it's a matter of looking at the nitty-gritty of the enabling law that created the office of the deputy governor, the same way it is with the office of the vice president of the country. But however, in the case of a state, the deputy governor ought to have a definite role to play. If you check the Constitution, the grand norm of our country, it will deduce the fact that there is no substantial role, if not the role that is assigned to him by the governor. So that makes the office of the deputy governor
more dormant.
An appendage, yes, of the governor. So the reason why you see some governor who felt the deputy governor is not in tune with his political lineage begin to treat the deputy governor as if he's nothing to write home about. However, we must begin to deepen the democracy. I think the fight of the deputy governor, as it relates to his impeachment illegally, is not for himself, but for the office of the deputy governor. Because if the deputy governor had allowed the impeachment to slide without him raising up to the challenge, it will become a bad precedent for other state governors, particularly those who are tyrannical to the deputy governor, they begin to look at it as if they are Lord and Master. But it is a better fight that will restore the dignity of the office and to further deepen the democracy going forward, that it will not be Uhuru for a governor who fell out with the deputy governor to signal the House of Assembly to quickly put up fictitious allegations against the deputy governor with a view to now impeaching him hook, line, and sinker without recourse to any authority.
All right, Desmond, let me pass this question to Victor quickly. You know, you talked about restoring the dignity of deputy governors and also deepening democracy. Now, Victor, Shaibu's impeachment was deemed to have violated legal procedures, you know, hence his reinstatement. Now, I know they say politics is a game and all that, but will Shaibu's defection inspire political parties to build or form more meaningful alliances, especially the PDP, you know, that will benefit the people? Or do you think that what just happened will lead to more political maneuvering?
Okay, thank you very much. So let me quickly go back to the earlier question you asked me before the network got bad. I do not believe that the recent political action of Mr. Shaibu, you know, will have a major impact in the election, given the fact that currently, as it is, the election and the campaign is gradually winding down. You know, the political parties have been going at it, have been campaigning for a while. It's just 2 months, about 2 months more to the D-Day, which is the election day itself. So as it stands, you know, I do not, in my opinion, I do not believe that, you know, Deputy Governor Shaibu, you know, joining APC at this point will be of major momentum, you know, to APC at this point. So going to your question in regards to the decision of the court, we must look at it in various lights. You know, decision of the court, we must look at it, you know, what exactly did the court determine? The court determined what it did based on section 188 of the Constitution. And, you know, the ground upon which the State House of Assembly impeached Governor Shaibu was on the ground of exposing government secret, as that has in the...
Hello, Victor. We seem to be having an issue with your audio. Yes. All right. So I think I should pass that question to you, Desmond. We talked about, you know, Shaibu's impeachment being deemed as not to have violated any legal procedures, you know, that's why he was reinstated. So go ahead and tell us, you know, if you think his defection would inspire political parties to be able to, you know, form unity or more meaningful alliances within themselves to be able to benefit the people.
First and foremost, I think it is very clear, crystal clear, that the only sin that Comrade Philip Shaibu committed was that he insisted that he's going to run for the office of the governor, and that if you check from all the preparedness that Edo people saw in Comrade Philip Shaibu's quest to run for that office, you will deduce the fact that the governor, there was a grand alliance between the governor, Obaseki, and Philip Shaibu, that Philip Shaibu is going to succeed him. Because the Philip Shaibu we are talking about here was prepared. But however, things fell apart along the line, and the center could not hold. And we discovered that the man that Obaseki insisted that must succeed him was the chief economic advisor to his government. Is it a pattern that chief economic advisor become a successor to any current government? Because in the time of Adams Oshomole, the governor now, Obaseki, was the economic advisor, and eventually he became the governor. But that is not. What did you advise? I think the only ground that Obaseki succeeded Oshomole was that Oshomole performed well, and the achievements are there for verification. And looking at what Obaseki has done, especially the electioneering campaign promises that he made in 2020, that today we can see did not match with what he told Edo people. It is a clear indication that one cannot trust having the economic advisor to succeed a current government, especially when there are failure to deliver on campaign promises. For Philip Shaibu, as a deputy governor of Edo State, yes, he was promised from all indication that he's going to succeed him, but it was later when the quest to shift the governorship to Edo Central, right from 1999, the governorship was in Edo South in person of Chief Loki Nosahari Benedion, who occupied that position between 1999 and 2007. And Oshomole from Edo North became the governor, and he ran that office for 8 years, and eventually power now shifted to Edo South, wherein the current governor, Godwin Obaseki, became a governor.
Okay, Desmond, since we're talking, since you're giving us a background, and speaking history now. History, when it comes to defections, is actually not the first time, a serving leader is actually defecting to another party. Now, history has actually had it, has seen quite a number of serving governors defect from one party to another party. Now, but do you think that Shaibu's defection will continue to embolden politicians to prioritize their personal beliefs over party loyalty?
Not at all. There are grounds for defection. A comfortable sitting public officer will not just wake up and say, I want to decamp. When there are crises, irredeemable crises at that, the Constitution is clear. The Electoral Act also enables one to defect. When the crisis rocking the political party that you became a member of a House of Assembly, a Senate, a governor, a deputy governor, as the case may be, then the next thing you do is to defect, to find a safe haven. So, Philip Shaibu defecting to APC today is not new to the political climate. I think what he needed to do is that once the party that gave him the mandate as a deputy governor could not reconcile their differences, even those people who opened the door for Obaseki to have his second-term ticket has not been thrown out. Do you know that Ogbede Iyama, Right Honorable Ogbede Iyama, a House of Rep member representing Oredo constituency as it then was, stepped down for Obaseki to have the ticket. And today, himself, Ogbede Iyama, Danobi, who was the chairman of the party, alongside with other political bigwigs, has been suspended from the party, courtesy of Obaseki autocracy, so to speak. But then, when you see crisis rocking a political party and it become irredeemable, it becomes irreconcilable. The next thing
Speaking of irredeemable and irreconcilable, irreconcilable, Shaibu actually cited emotional detachment from the PDP, understandably, and, identification with the APC as reasons for his defection. And he also criticized the internal dynamics of the PDP, alleging a lack of communication and engagement from party's leadership. Now, could this defection, do you think that with all that's been said, could it have, a ripple effect, especially on other states? Because now that we're having a serving deputy governor defecting, who knows what, other states, or other deputy governors in some other states are actually planning at this moment?
The best bet for the governor is to reconcile with their deputy governor. And the deputy governor should, as a matter of fact, have a way of working with the governor, because what brought them together is to reconcile their different camps, their different interests for the interest of the party. That's Edo State Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu has defected just over 24 hours ago. It's not enough for others to have a backward effect on other states. The truth is that in Edo State,
Hello, Desmond. All right. Well, we have actually lost connection with Desmond. All right, Desmond, we can hear you.
Okay.
We lost you there for a bit.
To leave a crowd where there is smoke. So I'm very sure that Philip Shaibu decided to leave the crowd because he felt that the atmosphere is no longer favorable for him to survive. A situation where a deputy governor who has been granted a declaratory judgment came back to Benin City, not even heading to the office that he was impeached. He was on his way, probably along Airport Road, and he was attacked in that manner, and the policeman died in the Ibroglo. I think that is enough for one to learn a lesson of his life that such a political party is not good enough for one to stay behind.
All right, in learning that lesson, do you think that it will actually have a negative impact on his career moving forward?
Not at all. Is there anything in this Nigeria that you have not seen before? Politicians, they leave when it is no longer okay for them, especially when it comes to their interests. There's no permanent friend. There's no permanent enemy. What is permanent in Nigeria politics is interest. Have you seen any serving governor, a president, deputy governor, a senator, or whatever that has resigned because what he promised the people, he was unable to carry it out, or he was unable to deliver on it, that he did resign? No, they never resign. They never leave the party. What they do is to ensure that they look for way and manner to consolidate on it and give excuse and stay on. I think in this climb, we need more of legislative antidotes and solution to deepen the democracy by way of ensuring that if you know that you are not delivering on that which you promised the people, the best thing you do is to take a bow. But has anybody take a bow as far as this democracy is concerned in this country? No. So the reason why it is no longer a crime, anybody can decamp at any time. A lot of people that you see decamping, leaving APC for PDP today, it's about their personal interest, what they call stomach infrastructure. Once their interest is no longer guaranteed, they will come with 101 grammar and reasons to say, I'm no longer comfortable here. This is why I'm leaving and all that. But some of us who have integrity to stay and nurture a party that we founded, we still remain here because it is not Uhuru, it is not over until it is over. We are here ensuring that even when things are not right, we contribute our quota to ensure that things are done right, to ensure that the system is corrected for others who are not yet born to come and benefit from it. I think the idea of a politician defecting from one party to another is not new to the political milieu. We'll begin to see...
So you're saying that it will not contribute to a shift in the country's political landscape in any way? Never at all.
Never. It can't. It is about their interest. It is not about integrity, so to speak. Listening to Comrade Adasom Shoble, when he was asked that now that Philip Shaibu has come, what do you expect? Are you sure that his loyalty will be guaranteed? He said, time will tell. You know, when Philip Shaibu came to the venue of the inauguration of the National Campaign Council, wherein he decamped to the All Progressive Congress, he knelt down to apologize to his benefactor and his father, so to speak, because they have that relationship, that family ties. He knelt down and apologized and said that I have come to realize that what I did was wrong. But however, people are still asking, will this loyalty continue? I just pray that the interest will not come that will change just such a loyalty. But in this country that we have seen, owing to historical antecedent of politicians, one thing that is constant is interest. There is no permanent friend and there is no permanent enemy. And that is why we are asking that the National Assembly should put up legislation to ensure that all these movements in and out, this cross-carpeting, should be well defined as the better position and the situation where a politician should become, wherein we have a sane climb that would befit that which is practiced in the Western world.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Desmond Ugbo, Media Coordinator, Edo APC Campaign in Edo State, for speaking to us on this. It's a pleasure having you on The Conversation.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.